Ground rule number 5. Voice your opinion strongly and respectfully. So think about the engineers trying to figure out what to make those panels out of on the rocket so that the astronauts don't blow up when they leave the atmosphere. They're fighting about what's the right answer. If I'm thinking something, if we're like let's think we're all in a meeting here, okay? And we're trying to solve this problem. And I've got something in my brain that I think is probably a relevant contribution to the discussion. Do I say it? Do I not say it? Well, it all depends on the interpersonal things that have gone on before. Well, if people think that I'm always arrogant and I'm just always talking, well, maybe I won't say it this time. Or if I'm the quiet person that, people don't expect me to talk, maybe I'm still not going to say it. But if I'm thinking it, it's a relevant piece of the puzzle that we're trying to solve. Maybe somebody else is also thinking it and is not saying it, and therefore if neither of us say it, we're not going to get to the right answer. Or maybe I'm the only one that's thinking it because I'm the only one that has that piece of the puzzle. We're all trying to solve our problems, and we've got a team of people together because we all have different backgrounds, different education, different insights, experience that are helping. If I could solve all the world's problems, I would have just solved them all. But I can't because I've only got certain pieces of the puzzles that we're trying to solve. We've got these people in a room together because they've all got relevant pieces of the puzzle. And if I'm thinking it, that's my piece of the puzzle that I need to give so that we can get the puzzle solved. But usually our thoughts are over here and our words are way over here. I'm not going to say it because, it's got blame laced throughout it. Or because I really don't respect those people, and if I say it, they might be able to tell that I don't respect them, so I'm not going to say it. Or I'll change the words to something that's a little bit, sweeter, even though it's not really what the problem is. But if we have fixed ground rule number 2 and number 3, if we have fixed our blame, if we have fixed our respect level, then that frees us to be able to really say what's on our mind. If I'm thinking it, it's either valid or it's not valid. And if it's valid, we need it on the table so that we can get to the cause of the problem. And if it's not valid and I say it, then there's enough people in the room that have enough information to correct my misunderstanding so that, okay, I'm no longer thinking that anymore. I now have that relevant piece of the puzzle that I was missing. So whether it's valid or not valid, I need to say it so that it gets fixed if it's invalid, so that it contributes if it's valid, so that we get to the real core problem and the best possible solution. So do ground rule 2, do ground rule 3, and then line up your words and your thoughts. Remember how at the beginning we talked about how we're over here? Does that kind of help bring them together and make us Northerners? I love being a Southerner. I'm not saying, what did you say?
Mean what you say what you mean, but don't say it mean.
Yes. Don't say it mean. That's part of respect. Say it kindly. But if you're thinking it, say it. Say it with kindness, with respect, without blame. But say it. It's important. We need it on the table.